depths of alleys, see this city never sleep. No rivers, valleys, just this grime and dead-end streets. We doing time, committing crime so indiscreet. Deconstructing venom, get them dying in defeat. We throw it back. Yeah, we throw it back.
And my peeps, it's time for another review by me, Zombill, your good old buddy. So what are we looking at today? Today we're looking at the BT-804-E, which is also known as the Dream Tank. Now, I've already done the table stuff, and we're going to go down below and take a look at it. Now, this was sent on to me direct by the manufacturer. However, this was sent as a gift. But I've never reviewed the BT-804 or the BT-804 extension because the original BT-804 that I got a couple of years back, I did with a trade, a good buddy of mine named Pitbull. And I kept having issues with it. It would leak, it would, the spring-loaded section wouldn't work correctly. I had to make all kinds of modifications with my buddy, the machinist, in order to get it working right. So I gave up on it, you know. And when I was talking to my rep from Beauticig, I mentioned to her that I kind of, sort of enjoyed the BT-804 while I had it working. But the issue was, you know, the leaking, the bottom section not working correctly, and I told her that I can't get the BT-804 extension because nobody here stateside sells it anymore. Ha! Yeah, what do you know it? So, unbeknownst to me, she sent me one as a gift, so I figured, hey, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and shoot out what I would call a retro vaping review. Because the BT-804 has actually been around, I think, 2.5 to 3 years now. And it was one of the original, kind of like clone-ish to the Kayfun, but a miniature-sized version, okay? Now, we're going to go down to the table. We're going to, you know, take it apart, look at it. I'm going to show you how to properly build it. I already have a coil in it. But I'm going to show you how to put it back together and how the build works, okay? And this, of course, is the final setup on it. And it kind of looks weird with this gold stainless steel BB Nova tank on it, but it works. So, let's go down on table shot, and then we'll come back up and I'll talk about it just a tad bit more. Now this is the packaging that the BT-804 came in. It's just an ordinary plain white box. And this is the BT-804, extended BT-804. So you get this black delrim drip tip. It's not too wide bore. It's about a standard 3mm affair there. And you get what I believe is 304 stainless steel, and you get a polycarbonate tank. Now, the way that this breaks down is you have your top section here. You have the extension section here. You have the extended chimney section here. You have your polycarbonate tank, which is nothing more than just a VV Nova tank. So if you wanted to swap that out with a metal tank from a VV Nova tank, you could, which I'm going to do. You have your chimneys, and you have the deck, which the deck actually breaks down into one more section just in case of overfill. Your liquid will go into this compartment where there is a spring, so it's good to clean this out every once in a while. It's a little bitty spring there. You just want to put that back on the pin inside there and just screw it back into place. Now the threading on this is a little bit finicky at times, so it might take a second to screw it back into place. Be careful because you don't want to cross thread. Is it going to give it to me? Is it going to give it to me? There we go. Alright. What's nice is that this one actually comes with knurling. Okay? The original one did not. So they did make an improvement on the extended one. Now the deck is pretty much Kayfun style, okay? But the difference is, focus this in a little bit better here. You see those little bitty pins? That's your positive and negative terminals, okay? Those pins are really tiny. Of course, I have a little micro build in there right now. So, I actually had some improvements made on this as well. This is what the original looks like. The channels are not as wide and as deep as the ones in on this because I had a machinist make it a little bit wider and a little bit deeper for better juice flow. As that was one of the original problems with the BT-804s, that the juice flow did not meet up to what you would expect it to. So, and I have actually got a 0.6 ohm micro build in here. So that's a micro coil that's at 0.6 ohms. Now, basically, let me get some cotton wick and I'll show you exactly how you're going to have to set this. Okay, so you see how I have this here? Basically, you just want to take and have it draped down on top of the deck. So, if I juice this up, which we're going to do with some peppermint mocha from Red Rock Vapor. Go ahead and juice this up. You just want to drape it to where it's going to lay right on top of that deck. And then basically you put your chimney in place. And remember, these threads are really super fine. So you want to take your time screwing this stuff down. Now, you take your metal tank, like so. You put that into place there. And you grab the extension, grab your chimney extension, put that on. Grab your extension, put that on. Now you're going to fill your tank up. And you just want to take your time filling it up too. When you fill it up, you just want to go to the bottom of the threading inside the extension. Pretty much like that. Now you start to screw on the top cap. And remember, the threads are very finicky. And when you screw that on, you want to tilt it upside down. Because if you don't, you're going to have leaking issues. So now you can whack a drip tip on there and you have completed the BT-804 Dream Tank. So now we'll go back up to the main camera view and we'll show it in action. Alright, so now we're back to main view. And you see the big difference between this style tank right here and the tank that comes with the BT-804 extension is that the tank that comes with it is a polycarbonate tank. And there are certain types of acidic juices that would crack the hell out of that tank. It would be fucked. So, being that the threads on the BT-804 matches up with the VV Nova style, you know, and I'm starting to wonder if Beauticig was the first people to put out the VV Nova. You know, Vision claims to have been the originators of the VV Nova, but now I'm wondering, because if Beauticig has the threads that match up for the VV Nova tanks, kind of a little bit curious there, wouldn't you think? But a stainless steel VV Nova metal tank will solve the problem of that polycarbonate tank. So, and I have it microcoiled 2.6 ohms, cotton build, and I have it on my Mirandus mod, which has got a freshly charged 18650 battery in it. So let's have a vape here. Plenty of vape production. But as my mentor always says, it comes down to your personal build and your personal setup. So I have it firing 4.2 volts, 0.6 ohms. You know, you can kind of figure out what the amperage is from that. And let's have vape. One of the things that I still have yet to do, because back whenever I was originally vaping the 804 that I had in that trade deal with Pitbull, is that I wasn't too worried about airflow. Well, now that I'm a bigger dripper, such as that style of dripping, I'll give you a quick comparison. Bigger vapor production from a dripper because the airflow being so much more open. It's another one of the little quandaries of the BT-804 is that's the only airflow hole that it has there. And that sucker is tiny. That's like a 0.8 millimeter air hole. So I'm gonna take and send this to my machinist, and I'm going to have them drill out a 3 millimeter air hole right where that is. That should solve the problem of airflow. Now, the problem with the leaking is that and I wish I had my other BT-804 over here. I tell you what, I'll take a picture of it and I'll put it in here right now. Originally, I had my machinist take and put slits in the side of the chimney, okay, to where the deck would get better juice flow production. That seems to work. And not only that, but it increases, the BT-804 extension increases the size of the tank. Because of this longer extension here, I believe that instead of getting the 1.2 mils that you could get in the original BT-804, this increases it to a 3 mil, I think. I might be wrong about that, but nevertheless, plenty of liquid now, better setup, It hasn't been leaking, which I'm so grateful for. Now, the other little quandary that I have about this thing is that the little pins that I showed you in the table shot, those suck. Ooh, excuse me. What's in the news, Robin? Those suckers are very easy to lose. The original one that I actually had to get SoCal Tortuga to send me a spare set because the ones that I had from the original that I got in the trade for Pitbull, I lost. I don't know what the hell happened to them. Maybe they're in the bottom of one of my vape bags. I don't know. But nevertheless, I have 2 sets now, which I'm happy about. So there you have it, my peeps. The BT-804 extension, retro vaping at its finest. So I hope you enjoyed the review. Please subscribe to my YouTube. God, I swear, it's morning here, you know. Happy vaping, my peeps.